Hey, guys, welcome to the Creepside. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe, thanks. Also, I will not be uploading for about a week, so go and watch my old videos. A presumably vast landscape of a suburban neighborhood seemingly built in the early 1950s but still quite contemporary, consisting of paved roads, concrete sidewalks, and residential structures. The night view is occasionally referred to as the mirror of silent sounds due to how similar it seems to silent sounds, with the obvious exception of being permanently immersed in darkness. Furthermore, the only known consistent way to enter from a stable confidence level is via an oclip from silent sounds. Although the various entrances have received considerable attention due to inconsistencies in reports, one constant aspect among them is an unpaved soil path in the bumper crop additionally ends here. Overall, the locations have numerous similarities and identical looks, including the never-ending sea, habitable residence, and the sensation of nostalgia upon remaining. The landscape features varying height surface phases, filled with numerous residential homes lining its street, constituting a suburb. Suburban design differs depending on the surroundings. Suburbs are separated into plots by streets if one looks attentively. Each plot area has a significant amount of structures and a distinctive aesthetic. But they are typically too similar to be considered the same. Due to the location's seclusion, insufficient light, and incomplete investigation, the plot size is still an inconvenience. According to conjecture, the region is approximately 64 square miles, although some reports claim 500 square miles. However, this misinterpretation is probably the result of connecting similar-looking plots. The building styles of suburbs are equivalent to European suburbs dating back to Old Age. Otherwise, some cannot be fully classified. Overall, the types satisfy modern standards and the surrounding habitat environment. Structures with more than 2 stories are characteristic of the style unless they are massive. Occasionally, construction appears in precise patterns, with perfect distances between each other and nearly identical visuals forming into perfect clusters of houses lined up on an avenue, giving the impression of liminal space. However, the lack of light and solitude can create an unsettling mood. The haphazard housescape appears to have been built with smooth concrete or another well-reflective material, along with windows, and added with little thought for visual appeal other than plain appearance. The houses throughout the suburb reflect the light source and the night sky to create a beautiful view aesthetic. Each suburb may have architectural features apparent tourist attractions, such as magnificent gateways, iconic buildings, and street art. These features often have an eye-catching and tranquil quality. An interminably extended road that passes through countless suburbs on its way to an unknown destination. The paved asphalt road lingered with streetlights along the side. The width will determine by its position. For instance, the road that connects 2 suburban plots has a large width. Along the route, a roadway creates a small trail that leads to a suburban region with a network of other overlapping minor roads. The road's course has a predetermined layout. Instead of having an end point, it ultimately twists and curves in the other direction or connects to a nearby path if there is no other way to proceed. The roadway, which serves as the primary transit for the neighborhood, gives off the appearance of being abandoned, neglected, and dirty for a while, as is typical of suburbia. It exhibits fractured texture, an uneven surface, mold growth, and faint, incorrect road markings. Concrete sidewalks only appear in suburban areas along both side streets with intersections to little paths that lead to each building entrance. Rarely did the route cut through buildings or lead to a dead end. Near the trail is a grassy environment with objects such as streetlights, garbage cans, mailboxes, fire hydrants, and other tiny items that anticipate finding on the street. However, for some reason, things that should be controlling and managing traffic, like traffic lights, don't exist, and traffic signs also exhibit peculiar qualities that are inconsistent with the environment around them, such as presenting a dead-end symbol when there aren't any nearby. Several homes have balconies or backyards that offer beautiful views of the surrounding suburbs. Typically, one may find chairs and tables that appear to have been used for a small party or an outdoor restaurant. It sometimes resembles a playground with slides, sandboxes, seesaws, swings, and more. The balcony and backyard are often clean, but other areas are abandoned and filthy, including mildew spreading, plants sprouting, and a dirty floor. Additionally, ornamental items like hanging lanterns, wall lights, and other things are present here, illuminating the surrounding darkness. A limitless abyss with a thin layer of comprehension covered the vast suburban landscape. It behaves like this planet's outer space, but no significant celestial light sources of any type have been observed. Instead, only dimly lit outdoor areas are illuminated. Apart from its continual absence of sunshine, the entire area is caught in a condition of perpetual night, considering there are few natural sources of light in the region. The lampposts act as the primary and most effective source of light outside, illuminating the pathway through the darkness. Although some rural areas lack light sources and are shrouded in obscurity, it is essential to have a light source when exploring a suburb since low visibility may become a hindrance. In addition to the streetlight, some houses have exterior lighting fixtures, including hanging lanterns, wall lights, and the others already mentioned illuminate the residences nearby. Despite the absence of sun and moon, there are still stars in the vacuum that shine a faint light, making a place that lacks light not too dark, allowing a bit of visibility to be viewable. Stars are occasionally visible, but visibility may be obscured by thick fog and inky cloud cover. Effectively renders the area darker and dimmer by blocking incoming light. In addition to the darkness, this makes the place a frigid temperature. But once the sky became visible, it revealed the stars. Each day's sky had its unique pattern of stars, formed by an array of stars, from a few to many, comparable to the galaxy's sky. The stars in the sky are luminous celestial objects, similar to those in the front rooms, composed of hot, incandescent gases, principally hydrogen and helium. They are located at great distances and seem like tiny points of light due to their vast distances and relatively small sizes, leading to the belief that this suburban world is somewhere inside the unending nothingness of the cosmos. It has a theory that this universe is separate from the backrooms and that there used to be outposts and community-built architecture in this world, or that the backrooms copy the entirety of another universe, possibly another universe from our current one, and pasted into this level. However, recent research and spectral analysis suggest that certain stars' natural light is comparable to the spectrum of fluorescent lamps, implying that there are still more habitable planets. There are two states of the sky, night and sunset/sunrise. Sunset and sunrise resemble precisely alike, making it difficult to tell which one is which, but no daytime. When observed, sunset and sunrise seem identical, making it difficult to tell which is. The night seems normal, but during the day, it appears to be sunset or dawn rather than daylight, as it only lasts for a short period compared to normal. However, this typically depends on several circumstances and the weather, with a typical day lasting 8 hours. An in-depth examination of the night-day cycle of this planet indicates that it may occur because of its orbital placement, which places it in such a way that it orbits a fainter or cooler star than the Sun and is consistent with reports from travelers of larger and more pronounced spot stars. This star would cast a paltry quantity of light, creating a perpetually dark and sunset-like environment. The longer wavelengths, like red, orange, and yellow, are less affected by scattering and can travel through the atmosphere with less disruption when the star shines, so it appears to be a sunset instead of daytime surroundings. Due to the dominance of these longer wavelengths in the dispersed light, these times are defined by warm and vivid hues. Deep orange, flaming red, pink, and purple tones may frequently be seen in the sky, producing an eye-catching and distinctive atmospheric phenomenon. Although many of the mentioned don't seem possible considering our planet's fundamental laws, they nonetheless render our world uninhabitable. However, atmospheric manipulation keeps this planet safe and sustainable. Is atmospheric manipulation? Because if there were no sun, the bright stars that circled the globe would serve as primary sources. The illumination stars will continuously and adequately generate the world to maintain life. There would be an immense change in the atmosphere. The atmosphere will acquire features that disperse and scatter starlight, simulating the effects of the sun. The atmosphere may develop to maximize starlight transmission and scattering, giving suitable conditions for life. The lack of sun would create profound temperature problems. As a result, natural systems control temperature to prevent excessive variations when the atmosphere's temperature falls below normal. These mechanisms involve atmospheric dynamics, geothermal heat, and internal heat produced by the planet's core. Many aspects of this level remain mysteries and are under ongoing inquiry. The inside of a contemporary home often appears to follow the architectural style of the modern metropolitan West, in contrast to the state of the structure itself, as deeper excursions into the level have shown instances of other architectural styles. Due to their peculiar forms and architectures, which frequently exhibit illogical layouts, the interiors are described as unsophisticated and otherworldly due to their unusual features. Many rooms feature a light beige carpet covering the tile floor and walls that have acquired a fading yellow tint with little white accents. However, individual spaces might not adhere to this predominant pattern, usually reflecting a departure from the norm in terms of architectural aesthetics. Additionally, some kitchens and bathrooms lack carpeting and have a distinct aesthetic from the rest of the space. Even though each home is in the same neighborhood, the furniture may differ significantly. These furniture items frequently occur in many settings, from contemporary to antique. The residence primarily consists of 5 different sorts of rooms: living rooms, kitchens, bathrooms, bedrooms, and closets. These rooms are all joined to one another by wooden doors. These rooms repeat, and all seem virtually identical to other, yet they differ in the kind of furniture and furniture placement. Other rooms, such as attics, can be located in certain homes, depending on surrounding factors, including available space and the local environment. Many individuals use this location as their home base and resting place. The house is well stocked with enough supplies to be considered habitable. A wide range of items appear on tables, shelves, refrigerators, and storage areas. These items ranged from influential objects like almond water and food to weapons and valuable resources. The spaces imitate a kitchen area where a fascinating contrast emerges. Among the yellowed walls, one can identify numerous items such as almond water, energy bars, galactic slushy, vanilla milk, fire salt, royal rations, and so on, that make the house recognized as sustainable and habitable. Other items from contemporary technology, such as microwaves, kettle toasters, freezers, and numerous utilities, can also be seen. The house has uninterrupted water and electricity, allowing for indefinite occupancy. Although there is electricity, certain ceiling lights are frequently out and cannot be turned on for unclear reasons. The light bulb is likely out of order as a consequence of aging. The architecture of interior homes frequently displays absurd design choices, such as pillars that serve no use, misplaced furniture, enormous rooms shared by many, doors that suddenly appear in nonsensical positions, and chambers that are separated into sections by structures that prevent direct access, as the house's absurd design might provide an uncanny or foreign atmosphere. Disorientation can be caused by the placement of architectural features such as rooms, corridors, or pathways that contradict logic or common sense. In an outrageous setting, viewers may find it demanding to locate recognizable items or locations, and they may have to describe how the interior looks like their house or the area they spent their formative years. Those who have stayed for a long time frequently describe experiencing a lasting sense of familiarity and nostalgia, resulting in wanderers creating new residences that eventually develop into sustained accommodation. Aside from the nostalgic sensation, the inferior light source might contribute to an aura of uncertainty and unease. Dim lighting can conceal features and cast shadows, adding to the space's overall air of unpredictability and making it difficult for spectators to understand its entire scope. They may feel uneasy and on the verge of understanding, as some people have claimed to occasionally feel watched and followed, although this is rare and more likely to occur in the dark suburbs. The phenomenon known as paranoia can also occur in this area, though it does so infrequently and usually affects people who are depressed or under stress. The environment was filled with frigid, pleasant air, with a temperature of roughly 20 degrees Celsius, while temperatures varied from comfortable cold to horribly chilly in each place. As air moves from places of high pressure to areas of low pressure, creating an icy wind, it reduces the temperature as it moves around the space. The steeper the pressure gradient and the resulting breeze, the more the temperature will drop. Individuals outside will feel frigid air blowing from a cold place to a warmer area. In addition to the chilly breezes prevailing everywhere, if the air temperature drops below the freezing point of water, atmospheric moisture from numerous sources can condense into the snow. But unlike the snow in the front rooms, the snow in this suburban world turns into vapor rather than evaporating into a liquid as it becomes warmer. A possible approach may be to assume that the atmosphere contains some substance that floats in the upper sky when combined with water vapor. These substances would resemble and blend with ice crystals. However, they would have particular qualities that allow for fast evaporation when in contact with warm air. These compound-like nanomaterials are incredibly sensitive to temperature changes and react swiftly to human skin warmth. The substance changed phases when it came into contact with a human body, going from a solid, ice-like condition to a gaseous vapor state. This transition would happen without producing heat, ensuring no damage would occur to the person contacting the snow. These hypothetical compounds are also safe for body tissue, non-toxic, and possess unique chemical characteristics that shield against any effects when in touch with skin. Somewhere further away, at some point, a nearby suburb may resemble a lengthy stretch of beach extending into the limitless sea. Beyond the boundless ocean, there is nothing but silence where the light from the void illuminates and reflects. The landscape is straightforward, consisting of a thin layer of sand that slopes toward the ocean. There are no structures on the beach other than those on the terrain, and a breeze blows all around from the chilly landscape toward the sea. Seaside suburbs typically have distinctive architecture, including resorts and vacation homes. Despite the constant breeze, the water is still quiet and motionless, devoid of waves or other sounds. Although the safety of the water is still in question, everything seems to be safe, absent of any spirals or violent movement. Further study and inquiry revealed that the scent of sea air from the water was similar to the lukewarm water from the lukewarm hotel. It is debatable if the ocean connects lukewarm hotel, with many wanderers arriving at lukewarm hotel through the sea. However, the sea is the most remote region of the level and has not received much attention. In the future, further details on this area may be provided.